Hey y'all, Kentucky Farmer here, and this is a little bit of a different video today. I've gotten distracted from my normal Let's Play series. I've been working on this truck ever since 17 came out. I just feel like I've had this quest for the perfect truck, and so far every mod I've tried has let me down one way or another, so I feel like it's up to me to build this truck. So this video is just me going around testing it, and you see that first little bit there, I was testing the height of the fifth wheel adapter. And now I'm going to take this truck here and test out the six wheel drive. Well, I guess in this one it's 10 wheel drive. But the TriStar that I started with was a little weird because the front axle and the back axle were drive axles. The one in the middle was basically just for looks. It didn't actually do anything. And so I got the differentials hooked up and working, so now all the axles work together. And this version of this truck, there's quite a few different engine options on these trucks. And this version is one of the lower engine options, and I'm just kind of testing the suspension travel as it goes over obstacles and seeing if I can, high center it or something where the 10 wheel drive can't get it off of whatever it's stuck on. So I'm going to take it over here and we'll swap out the engine in this, and I'll show you some of the different options. So I believe there's 5 different engine options. There's the standard middle engine, which gets you 540 horsepower, chip tuning, which is 800 horsepower, LP injection, which is 2,000 horsepower, and then the turbine engine, which is 3,200 horsepower. And yes, I'm fully aware of how OP that is. That's the point. The truck is supposed to be fun, and the truck is supposed to be usable for anything, including a 10 trailer long road train. So here in this example, I've upgraded the engine a little bit, but I've left the stock tires on it. There's also an option to put the wide tires on it, and the way that FarmSim handles this is a lot of your suspension and braking is actually associated with your tires. And so for this testing phase here, as you can see, I also change the max speed, so as you go up in engine options, the truck can drive faster. And it is capable of jumping and doing barrel rolls. The way that the truck is weighted currently, while I'm running this test, I may wind up changing this, but the actual mass of the object itself, so the actual truck, is it's set to 4, which the stock truck is actually set to 0.5. So technically the mass of this truck is 8 times more than the stock Twin Star. It has a similar effect when you run into something as being run into by the train. It's pretty unstoppable. Basically it takes trees, which you'll see here, to stop it. And then, having that all-wheel drive, it can climb just about anything, even though it has the extra mass. The mass of the wheels has also been increased, which if I were to accidentally roll it, which we'll jump it off the hill here again. You see, if you roll it, a lot of times it will right itself because the wheels are part of the heaviest part of the truck. And the reasoning for the heavy wheels is because when you put a lot of horsepower in the truck, you need the weight on the wheels to maintain traction. Otherwise you won't be able to convey the force to the ground, and it basically just skids. So with the stock engine, and the stock wheels, the truck actually does not perform that great. It's pretty anemic, and that's because the mass of it is so huge. It's an incredibly heavy truck, which would make it great for BGA because with all-wheel drive, it can climb just about anything without getting stuck, and it's so heavy that it would compress the chaff pretty well. So now I'm going to go in and change a few more things on it here. I think we're going to upgrade the engine, and then put it to the turbine engine. And then I'm also going to have to go back and swap the tires. Alright, so there's the wide tires. And the wide tires have, they've been tuned specifically to help the truck handle the power of the turbine engine. So as you can see, it's got a fair amount more power now. The top end speed's quite a bit higher. For those of you who haven't seen this before, the overlay that I have on the screen is part of the console commands, and it helps to diagnose suspension and performance and traction issues. And we're gonna get wet. Alright, so now I'm gonna do a little bit of testing here with this other truck. This has got the, I think it's the LP injected engine. So it's pretty high horsepower, but it's not as bad as the turbine. And it does have the wide tires on it. And if you notice, this is a loaded trailer, and when I change the fifth wheel height, you can see the compression changing on the tires. There you go. So the compression changes as you raise and lower the fifth wheel height. So the fifth wheel gives you two advantages. One, it helps to level out trailers that may have different kingpin heights, and it helps you to make sure you have enough weight on the drive wheels, because like with that trailer, the kingpin, that's a modded trailer, the kingpin seems a little bit too high, and the stock truck was basically lifting the back end of the stock truck up, which if you lift too much weight off of those rear drive wheels, it can cause the truck to fishtail. And here I'm just checking the stats on it. So it was the LP injected with the wide tires. And if you lift too much weight off of the back tires, it can cause the truck to fishtail, because when you're steering into a turn, the truck's rear tires need to help keep the trailer straight, and if the trailer's lifting them off the ground, then the trailer can push it around a turn. So by lifting up that fifth wheel height, I can put more pressure on there. And here you can see we're pulling quite a bit of wheat and canola. We've got 3 loaded trailers and I think 2 empty trailers behind me here. And I was going to fully load them, but when I ran this test, I didn't have enough grain in my storage facility to do that. In theory, it's got enough torque that it should be able to pull these 5 trailers, no problem, fully loaded, no matter what you put in them. And of course, this isn't even the highest level engine. This is just the LP injected engine. So one of the things I'm looking for here is my I want my compression to stay relatively even when I'm accelerating and braking, and I want my load to stay pretty well balanced, and I want to watch slip and make sure that I'm not slipping one particular set of wheels or one axle more than the other, like significantly more. So here I've basically got floored and we're just building up speed. Now I'm slowing down to stop to turn back in. It's got pretty good braking. The braking's been dialed up on it, and then the trailers themselves brake too, which helps. So there you have it. That's some of the changes to this truck. It's not quite ready to be released yet, but hopefully eventually. We're playing with it on the multiplayer server right now. I'm Kentucky Farmer. Thanks for watching.